Hey, welcome to Life with Colonel Lee. Man, I'm excited about this video today. I'm excited about this unique Japanese brand DoD polycotton canvas tent. I'm excited to show you this because this is very, very unique. It's very interesting. There's so many ways to configure this thing. You really need to watch this video all the way through to see all the benefits of everything that you see here, how you're able to configure this tent. It really is nothing like you've ever seen before. Just such a unique way to camp. Stick around, you're going to want to check this one out. Hey, welcome to Life with Colonel Lee. I have a really cool tent to show you today. You can see there the pack size is not real big, but it is heavy. We're going to weigh it to see how heavy it is. I'm not sure, but I think at least 20 pounds. This is a canvas tent. It's a poly canvas, so it's a poly cotton canvas tent. So it's not all cotton, it's not all polyester, it's a blend. Kind of makes a canvas tent a little bit lighter, but you still get all the great benefits of a canvas tent. So what we're looking at here is the DoD. This is a Japanese brand, and it is the Pup Like 3. That's the name of the tent. This is the name brand of the tent. This is the Pup Fly. This is going to create an awning and enclosure outside of your sleeping quarters. Very cool. So there's one other thing that I'm still waiting for that hasn't come in yet. It's the ground sheet for the sleeping quarters. So we won't have that to show today, but that is coming in soon. Hopefully here in the near future we'll be camping in this, and we'll have that ground sheet to help protect the floor of this thing. We're going to get this pack size, we're going to get it weighed, and then we're going to set this up and show you how cool this tent is. Stick around, you're going to want to see this one. This is a very unique tent. All right, let's set the Pup Fly to the side for now. Let's get a pack size of the Pup Like tent. So we are looking at 22 inches by 9.5. So it's not a terrible pack size, but I'm telling you, this thing has some weight to it. Let's weigh this and see what we have. Okay, man, my guess was not very far off. I honestly didn't know how much this thing weighed. I was guessing 20 pounds. It's 21 pounds. Oh, let's go ahead and measure and weigh the Pup Fly. You don't have to have the Pup Fly to camp with this tent. This does create kind of a awning or a vestibule, so to speak, but it's kind of an open one. But you do get some protection from weather outside of your sleeping quarters. And we'll see more of that when we set this up. This just offers you an enclosed room outside of your sleeping quarters. So the extra added price, it's really worth going ahead and adding to the cart. The price on this is not as bad as you would think for being a polycotton canvas tent. I'm not sure what it retails. I'll put it up on the screen, but I think right now they're still carrying out their Labor Day weekend sale. So you get quite a bit off. So at that sale price, this is definitely a tent you should snatch up. Especially stick around until later in the video till we set it up and see what this thing is like. This is not like any other tent you've ever seen. All right, let's get a pack size of this. So this is 14 by 8 by 2.5. And this is also polycotton canvas, so they didn't skimp out and give you just regular old tent material. They kept it the same all the way around. Let's get a weight. All right, so this is 4.5 pounds. So 4.5 pounds. I do have two-person tents that weigh around 4 to 5 pounds. But you gotta remember, this is polycotton canvas. a little heavier duty. It's gonna be more sturdy. All right, let's stop jabbering about this. Let's get this thing set up. I'm excited to see this. All right, real quick before we set it up, let's take a look at the bag. Poly cotton canvas bag. Cinch buckles, very nice. Two-way zipper here, very nice. Here is the tent. Here is, okay, so I guess instead of having a visual hand instructions, you just scan that QR code and maybe it'll show you how you set it up. Not sure. So this is a Japanese brand made in Vietnam. Okay. All right, so we got 2 more buckle straps to kind of hold this all together. That way we can roll it up tight, cinch it down, and get it back in that bag. Very nice. Let's take a look at this. Polycotton canvas bag. You got some nice cotton, well, kind of synthetic cotton guy ropes. Okay, and we have some very beefy ground stakes. Man, check that out. Alrighty then, that's pretty substantial. So it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guy ropes. I've never set this up before. I've never seen a video how it sets up. Honestly, there's not a whole lot of videos out there on this tent. I had to watch people from Japan, you know, setting these things up. And so I kind of know a little bit about how it should look. But as far as, I mean, we're just going to spread this out on the ground and just kind of take it from there. All right, let's see what else we got. So another poly cotton canvas bag here. Sounds like some poles. Man, substantial metal poles, steel poles. Oh, looks like we have some awning poles. So we have, actually these are all awning poles. Maybe they're awning poles, maybe it's actual poles for the structure. I don't really know. What is this? Oh, okay. So this is part of what comes with the tent as far as the vestibule area, the open area outside the sleeping quarters I was telling you about. So this can kind of close up the end and fill up that gap, but it doesn't close it all the way. You'll see here in a little bit. So I'm just kind of going by what I saw in some of the videos that I've seen. But it's really cool what you can do with this. I'll show you later. Let's set this aside. Okay, so we got the OD green color. It comes in 2 colors. Basically the underside of what you see here, I'm guessing this is the floor material. Man, that is thick. That is nice. Did I really need the ground sheet? Maybe not, but it's ordered, it's coming in. It was only 20 bucks, so might as well. So the other color is kind of a khaki brown and or this OD green, which is what I chose. Okay, we're gonna get this set up out here on the ground. Let's do it. All right, let's set this up. I have no idea which way is gonna be the front or the back. I don't know. We're just gonna see what we can see as we set this up. Should I have scanned that QR code to see before I came out here? Because I don't really have a signal. Okay, we're gonna put the ground stakes in. It looks like this is gonna be the front. So I'm gonna turn it this way. I think this is gonna be the front here facing y'all. So let me get some ground stakes. These ground stakes are like javelins, I swear, man. These things are huge. Look at that. Good grief. I don't think that's going to come out either if the wind starts blowing. That really hooks in there. Okay. Oh, gosh. I might have to go get my sledgehammer to drive these things. Okay, the ground's soft enough. I think we're all right. I think that is the top. Where's my other corner? Here we go. This is kind of exciting, setting up a tent and not knowing how to set it up. That's different for me. I'm not used to that. Man, these things are ginormous. Okay. I tell you what, that bottom is thick. That is substantial material right there. So DoD, Japanese brand, it's very high quality materials. I do own, I can't remember if it's one or two other DoD, two. I have the TP, medium-sized TP, 4 to 6 person tent. One pole, I think it's called. And then I have the new Moto camping tent. So it's for motorcycle camping. And it has a big vestibule that you can back your bike in under. Very cool. Has really nice features on that. All right, let's get this stretched out. I don't think this is a 3-person. To me, this is the sleeping quarters right here. This is going to be a glorified 1-person. I'm not sure what that 3 is when they say Pup Like 3. Maybe that's 3rd generation, I'm guessing. Let's continue setting this up. See if we can figure it out. So we have 4 of these metal poles. And let's see if we can see any kind of notches. I don't see a notch. All I saw was this grommet. Oh, let's see here. I see this grommet right here. So let's see what we can do. Maybe there's 2 different sizes, or this goes over here. I'm figuring this out as I go. I'm gonna see if any of the other ones are shorter than this one. It seems kind of tall right there. Hang on. Yes, 2 of the poles have 1 section less. So it is shorter, and that's gonna be for the sleeping area. Okay, so I think this seam right here, we want to run this pole right here on that seam, is what it kind of looking like. And then we're gonna have to guy that out. All right, let's go get the other pole set up and ready, and then we'll guy these 2 out and see what we have. All right, I think we're getting stuff figured out. Let's put a ground stick over there. Let's find this other grommet. Okay. And I got 2 guy ropes ready to go and some ground stakes here. So as I was opening up these guy ropes, I did notice that there are different sizes. So I don't know if the short one's supposed to go here or if the long one's supposed to go on this one. I'm gonna go with the long one for right now, and then we'll kind of figure it out. If we need to swap them out, we can. So I'm just gonna make a loop knot here on the end, so it'll go over this awning tip for this pole here. So a loop knot, just take the end of the guy rope, make a loop, do a regular knot, pull a loop through, and you have a nice little loop knot. Slips right over the end of the pole here, and it makes it easier to guy this thing out. All right. Okay. So I'm really just learning this as I go. Really not knowing how to set this up, or the steps, proper steps, or the angle I should guy this rope out. I'm just kind of winging this thing, which is kind of fun. Man, those ground stakes are huge. That guy rope is really thick too. Okay, so we got some slack here in the center. Pull some more, oh yeah. We just gotta get more tension on our guy rope here. Put a little bit more tension over here. And like I said, I may have the wrong guy ropes out here. I'm not sure. Because these are the shorter poles, so I may have to swap these guy ropes out. Oh well. Well, let's just see what we got here. Okay, so the other pole is going to go right here. Let's get the other poles put up, get some more guy rope, and some more ground stakes. So there's a short one, a short one. We got another long one here. I'm going to use the long ones. Yeah, I'm not even sure what the short ones are for just yet. They might be for that other little tarp thing that I showed you. We will figure it out. Okay, let's get the longer pole sections here. One over here. Leave one of these guy ropes over there. Ground stake over there. All right, let's find this grommet right here. So I'm 6 foot tall. This thing is almost 6 foot tall, this pole here. So I'm going to try to get that tight. I forgot to make my loop knot first. Let's make that real quick. Wrong end. This is looking pretty cool so far. I think I'm going to like this. I think I'm going to like this tent. This is very unique. I really do like unique ways of camping. And sometimes just unique gear that you camp in. I don't know, just sometimes just break up the monotony of plain Jane old tents that we're all used to. Something different here. I like that. Man, this is really cool. Wait till you see the underside. Oh, this is cool. All right, let's just take a look at what we got here so far. So this is going to be the sleeping quarters right here. So it does slope up pretty good. So we do have a guy out point here, which we're going to need to do that. See how that is going to create more space inside. And we also have one down here that's going to help with airflow. We will do that here in a minute. So we got our 4 poles up. Looks like we're going to have windows here, one on each side where the DoD is. We have loops here. So I'm guessing you can roll this back. And there's probably going to be a toggle. There's the toggle. So you can loop and toggle that up. You got a couple of options here. Let's just get this kind of straight. So it looks like we can guy out this with another ground stake. So if you want to keep that kind of like that, we need to put the ground stake in over here on those bungee loops. And that is going to create our big shelter outside of the sleeping area. You can't really see in there well just yet because we're out here in the light and it's dark in there. We're going to go in there and you're going to be able to see it. This is really cool. Check this out. Look at that. That is our sleeping area in there. How cool is this? Oh, look at there. That's a zipper on the inside. You can unzip that and have more airflow right here. So hot air will have a place to escape. It's like that on both sides. And you get an exterior pocket right here. Very, very cool. So it looks like the doors, you can have mesh or solid panel. Remember, this is all poly cotton canvas material. Very cool. Let's open this up and see what we got. First, we're going to stake this out. We're going to stake out the back. We're going to batten this thing down. We're going to get everything staked and guyed out. And then we're going to give you a tour. And then we're going to show you what that little panel is all about, what you can do with it. And then we'll set up the pup fly and see what that's going to do for us. Man, this is exciting. This is this is a really cool tent. I hope you're enjoying this. All right, I've got all the windows open on this thing so we can kind of see in there all the way through. Very cool. We got the back stretched out, so that gives us a little bit more room inside there in the sleeping quarters. Very cool tent so far. So here is that one panel that I was showing you earlier. This is not the pup fly yet. So this comes with the tent. So here's different things you can do with it. You can keep it in this manner like that. You got 2 extra guy ropes and ground stakes. You can stake it down just like this. You could have it like that, or you could stretch it out this way. And then there's one other way that you can utilize this section right here. I'm going to show you all 3 different ways of setting this up, and then we'll set up then we'll take a look inside the Pup Like Tent, inside the sleeping quarters, and we'll take a look inside with this panel on and see what it looks like from the inside out. So before we stake anything out, let's take a look inside here. So we got these corner pockets open up here. That's going to allow the hot air to escape. This hot air rises, and we got the solid flaps open, and we got the no-seam mesh keeping the bugs out. Very cool. All right, so here's a look from inside, looking out. So there's that panel. Right now it's just kind of floating. So we can stake it down where it stays like that. That will definitely help keep out a lot of air. But we're going to show you the other 2 ways of setting it up. One of them has to do with having a campfire. Yes, piqued your interest there. So this is going to be interesting. Okay, let's set it up. All right, so here's another way you can configure this extra piece they give you. You can configure it that way there. So maybe it's storming. This will kind of help block it out, keep it more dry down there in your enclosure there. So if you do have a set of tarp poles, you do have grommets here, you could do the tarp pole up here and have a big shelf this way and create like an awning over your enclosure. Very versatile what you could do with this thing. All right, let me show you another way that you can configure this, and it has to do with a campfire. Let me show you that next. Now this next configuration I'm going to show you, which I'm going to call it campfire mode. I'm going to go ahead and put a disclaimer here. I don't think I will be trying this. I did see this on other videos from Japan, how they were doing this. Maybe it was a small fire pit. I can't quite remember, but this is supposed to be campfire mode. Here it is. So the idea here is for campfire mode, you have your fire right here. All right, let's see if we can add in a campfire here. So imagine, if you will, a campfire right here. So when the smoke and the fumes go up, it goes out between the 2 material, and this kind of radiates the heat back towards you and keeps the wind off of your campfire. Poly cotton canvas, will it burn? I'm sure it would. You got to be very careful. So maybe a small controlled fire in a little fire pit right here, something like that. Or maybe you're just wanting to cook out here. That's going to kind of help block wind that might be coming in and messing with your campfire or your little stove fire. Very cool though, what you can do with this. How cool is this tent so far? Pretty wild. This is definitely some unique camping right here. Okay, let's go inside and take a look around before we set up the pup fly. So I want to let you know I am 6 feet tall. So you can see right here where this comes out. So I do have to, you know, bend over to get down in here, but it's not bad. You get your regular camp chair in here, you're not gonna have any issue at all sitting under here and having plenty of space and room. Now inside the sleeping quarters, I think it's gonna be tight. It's definitely a one person. So when they say they had the number 3 on the outer bag, it must be like 3rd generation, is what I'm guessing. So triple zipper. Let's get in here. So here's the windows. Very nice. Boy, that is letting a lot of air in. I'm getting a nice cross breeze. And we have our little corner pocket windows open. Very nice. So you can loop and toggle those flaps up out of the way. Oh, and we got some, got a mesh pocket right here. I know it's kind of hard to see in here. It's pretty dark. So it looks like one mesh pocket, and I guess you could hang your light source from these loops, the zipper tabs, or you could put a light source in that pocket, I guess. But I don't see any clips or anything like that up here. Okay. So I'm gonna put on the screen right now the interior measurements, width, length, and the height here. So I'm sitting up in here. I can't go back very far before my head starts hitting. But just being inside here and being able to close up the zipper door, I can sit up. And then you have your, I think basically, as long as it's a single air pad, you can even go 30-inch wide. It'll fit that in here, 80-inch long, I'm guessing. And like I said, I'm 6 feet tall. Oh, I've got plenty of room. Plenty of room. You can see out to the side here. Got plenty of width. This is perfect for one person. If you had to get 2 people in here in a pinch, you probably could. But it's going to be comfortable with one by yourself. So one thing I did notice after the fact is when you have this tarp turned around and up here, there is a Velcro tab right here and on that one. So you can Velcro it together. Kind of helps keep it all in one piece, right? Very cool. All right, let's set up the pup fly. Have no idea how to set that up. Haven't even seen a video at all about it. We're gonna figure it out on our own. All right, so here is the pup fly. It came with 5 more of those ground stakes, same size as what the tent has. So with the tent, everything got out like you see. Even these 2 ends right here got out. You still have 1 ground stake left as an extra. So no poles came with this. It's just material and 5 ground stakes. So let's see what we can figure out. So we do have a Velcro tab here. Looks like we're gonna have, we got a zipper here. So it looks like this is gonna be a door. It's probably gonna go in the center. So I think we're gonna have to take this panel off. So let's do that real quick. I don't really know, I see a Velcro tab here in the center. So I'm just assuming we gotta take this off. And we're gonna Velcro that right there. That there. Okay. Now then, so we got some loops right here, and we have loops here and here. So I'm guessing these loops are for that door. These loops are for this side panel here, in case you want to roll that up. We have some grommets down here. So I guess you could extend this out if you had some tarp poles. and create more of a kind of an awning. We're going to set this up as shelter mode, so we got to figure out how we're going to do that. I think this is going to wrap around our pole right here, and we're going to ground stake it to the inside. That's my guess. I'm going to try that real quick. So I'm pretty sure those two ground stakes go there. So I just need to figure out these end pieces back here. So right now I got it into the original stake for the tent right here, but it looks like it should go back some more, and we do have stakes. So that looks like that's what we're going to do. We're going to stake it right there. Maybe it goes on the outside, maybe it goes on the inside. I'm not really sure. All right, here we go. Here's the pup fly for the Pup Like Tent. So you can do this flap inside of the other one or outside. I guess it's going to be depending on what your current weather conditions are, maybe the wind, which way you're facing the wind. But this panel is able to be opened up, and I've got it opened up on the other side so we can see what that looks like. So there it is, opened up. So maybe you got all the wind coming from that direction and you just want to keep this side open. You can do that. And we can go in here very easily. And here's what we look like inside with the Pup Like fly on the Pup Like tent. Very, very cool. Lots and lots of room in here. I'm walking around. I mean, I am ducking even to the highest point up here. I mean, it's not bad. It's a huge space though. You could easily set up your 3 or 4 chairs in here and have 3 or 4 people in here congregate and be out of the weather. Maybe stay a little warmer in here. Very cool. And remember, this part is the tent itself. You can undo that and fold that back, loop and toggle that back, and have all that open. We could do the same thing over here, have all that open and just have that closed, or we can have all this open. We still have a door right here in the middle. Let's show you that. Okay, so what I did for this door, so you can unzip it and fold both of them back, but I put a ground stake in here on the left side, so that way it still kind of holds its shape out here, and we can just roll one of these back. So that's pretty versatile what you can do with this thing. So this pup fly really adds, it's a really nice addition to the Pup Like tent. It really is. It just allows you to enlarge that space that you have already, and being able to close it off so you get more room already to a huge room that you already have, and you can close it off, create wind block, airflow, whatever the weather's throwing at you. You can configure this to your advantage. Very, very cool. Well, there it is, the DoD Japanese brand polycotton canvas Pup Like tent with the pup fly. Very, very cool combination with these two. Creates a huge shelter. Very interesting, very high quality, very unique way of camping. This is a unique tent for sure. I'm gonna put links down in the description box below, so if you're interested in this, hopefully you can catch this thing on sale still. There are 2 colors. And before we go, I want to let you know that how awesome this tent is. There's one other cool thing that you can do, and that is, if you're fortunate enough to buy 2 of them. Yes, because what you can do is you could do the same exact setup, and now you can connect them together and make one huge tent with a sleeping quarter on one side and a sleeping quarter on the other side, and have a huge enclosure in the center. Very cool with what you can do with these tents. Very neat that you can be able to attach the two, connect them together like that, and create a huge camping shelter. Thanks for watching.